This is Eric from Pack Hacker, and today we're taking a look at the Ridge packing cubes, which I've been testing for the past few weeks. Let's dive in. So as you can see here, I have 3 of these packed out, and I also have an empty one, which will be a little bit easier for me to show you everything that's going on here. So the primary pack material on the 5 sides of this packing cube is 420D ripstop nylon. Very durable, pretty water resistant as well. I think it looks pretty sleek. Not that your packing cubes need to look the most sleek thing in your pack out, but overall pretty happy with this material. I should mention that it is pretty heavyweight. Don't get me wrong, this thing is light, it's airy, like it's very not like just compared to other packing cubes. Like if you were to compare these to the Osprey ultralight packing cubes, these are significantly heavier. So it just comes down to, if you're like an ultralight packer, these probably aren't the move for you. But if you're pretty big travel backpack, or you're taking a carry-on bag or something like that, you're not going to notice the weight. But it's just worth mentioning that I think those Osprey ultralight ones are like 40D material, whereas these are 420D. So just something to think about. These are very durable, though. You're not going to have to worry about these ripping or anything like that. On the front face, we do have the mesh here, as you can see, which is nice for a few reasons. You can see what's inside of there. And also, like if there is something that's getting kind of stinky in there, like if you use these for dirty clothes or something's wet, you can kind of waft out. And we'll get into the interior material in a little bit too. So we have 2 different sizes. You have the large, and I believe it's the medium. If I got the names wrong, I'm sorry. I do feel like there should be a size in between these 2. That's just, again, just me personally. Like it looks like about, you get 2 for the size of that big one, and maybe they're just, I feel like me personally, I need one that's about like a third of that size. But again, that could just be me personally. So I should mention too that this logo is pretty large, which I don't know that matters to a lot of people, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know why it needs to be this big for like on a packing cube, and also just like adding like size and weight. Not the end of the world. You don't typically see like a big beefy logo on packing cubes. So no handle or anything like that. So if you like a packing cube with handles and stuff, you're not getting that here. We've got YKK zippers. I really dig the Ridge pulls. I'll get a little close up there. You see these on a lot of their bags, and also on the carry-on has them on the interior. Very easy to pull on, hang on to. They're just kind of out of the way, and they're easy to use. I like the texture on them as well. You can really grab onto it with your fingernail. So overall, pretty happy with the exterior. They are pretty heavyweight, so that's something to think about. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel so we can continue making content like this to help you travel smarter. So we're gonna move on to the inside of these packing cubes now. Let me pop these open. The interior material is an antimicrobial 210D nylon. So in addition to that 420D, you've got 210D nylon on the interior as well. So it's kind of like 2-ply. You can kind of see, you can kind of pull it apart like that. So you don't see that with a ton of packing cubes. And again, these are very durable packing cubes, at least in my testing so far. No issues with any loose threads really or anything like that. It just depends whether or not you need that. And so the antimicrobial finish is nice too, because it'll, in theory, keep things from stinking up too much or getting just gross inside of there. And you also have that mesh, which helps with airing things out too. So I do appreciate those materials. Again, it just comes down to whether you need something that heavy. It's, game of ounces. It's not going to matter to most people, but for a few of you, it might be like, what are these for? No organization in any of the cubes. They just kind of, fill up like a big toy chest or something like that for you to put your stuff in. Moving to the ones that are filled up, I have this one has underwear in it, this one has socks in it, and then this one just has general clothing in it. So as I said earlier, I wish there was a middle size, because I feel like this is more like pants and bigger clothing. This is socks and underwear. I don't feel like there's a good spot for my like shirts and stuff like that. They do fit well in here. They kind of monopolize space here. Just I wish there was that middle ground. But overall, these both pack pretty well. I'll open these up so you can see. Got a couple pairs of pants here, and then a couple shirts here too. So pretty easy to pack these out. No compression feature or anything like that, just pretty standard packing cubes. You do get you can only, at the time of recording this video, you can only buy these in the combo, which comes with everything you see here. You get 3 of the smaller packing cube and 1 of the bigger one. So if you are going on different kinds of trips and you get the combo, it's like, if you're going on just a weekend trip somewhere warm, you might not even need this big one. You could just bring these small ones, or like the big one and 1 small one, or you could use one of these for something else. So you really have a lot of room to work with getting customizable with how you're taking things. I do wish that maybe in the future they'll do this where you can buy just 1. So it's like if you have this and you're finding yourself needing 1 more small one or 1 more big one, you can buy that individually. So maybe that'll happen in the future. If not, you might have to go for a different brand if you just need an individual one. So at the end of the day, these pack really easily. I'll show you the socks and underwear. Underwear quickly, just so I can show you the inside of the smaller ones packed out. It really just comes down to whether or not you need those durable materials, and especially if you have other Ridge stuff, you know, obviously this is going to go with the Ridge ecosystem. It's going to match it. It has the same, this material is similar to the inside of a lot of their backpacks, so it's going to look nice, but it just comes down to whether or not you want that weight and you need that extra durability. So there you have it, the Ridge packing cubes. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next one.